Alrighty. So would you please start for me by telling me your name and what branch you served in?
My name is Charles Peter Herlin, and I'm called Pete, and I was in the Navy.
What war did you serve in any of the wars?
For 3.5 years I was a radioman, aviation, in a torpedo plane.
Okay.
And for 2 years I was an officer stationed at Guantanamo.
Okay.
Taking care of the base.
Okay. Can you tell me, did you enlist in the military?
Did I do what?
Did you enlist in the military?
Oh, I volunteered.
You volunteered? All right.
I was just almost 18. I was 17.
Okay. Oh wow. I'm 17. That's shocking to me. And why did you volunteer at such a young age? Why did you volunteer to join the military at such a young age?
Why did I try it? Because there was a war going on, and everyone went to war. If you weren't in a uniform, you were disgraced.
Oh, and which war was this? What year?
World War II.
Oh, World War II. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
And so how did you start your military service? How did you start your military service?
I went to boot camp.
Went to boot camp. Okay.
In San Diego.
Okay. And what was do you remember what that was like? Well, can you tell me what that was like?
Well, they needed radio pretty bad, and so I wasn't in boot camp very long, hardly at all. And I went into training in boot camp in November of '42.
Okay.
And finished my training in '43 sometime, and then I was attached to a squadron. I was out of Florida, finished the operational training, and I went to a squadron in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
And then we flew together for a while, and then went down to California and assigned to the ship, the Guantanamo Bay, and the ship we went through the canal to the Atlantic, and we patrolled the Atlantic for submarines. We were flying off a small carrier.
Okay. You said you used to like patrol the Atlantic and look for
like submarines.
Okay. Okay.
Submarine warfare in the beginning of World War II was they almost completely killed England because they were sinking all the ships. And so there was one method of fighting the submarines.
Did you ever find any?
No.
No. Okay.
No, we patrolled, and our destroyer escort got one, and we took the prisoners into Boston.
Okay.
Interesting thing there was when we were leaving the ship to go on Liberty, our commanding officer said, "Don't tell anyone about the German prisoners." And so we went in the first bar we went to. They said, "Oh, you're from the ship that had the German prisoners on it." So, and the other story that might be interesting, as a radioman, I ran a radar, and we flew at night. Took off at night and flew all night. And I picked up a blip on the radar, and so we went in attack mode, and we were making a dive, and just before we released the bomb, we had a searchlight, and the searchlight revealed it was one of our destroyers.
Oh.
So we didn't sink our destroyer.
Oh, good. I guess that's good. Wow, that's a close call. Why didn't they want anyone to know that there was German prisoners in Boston?
Well, they just didn't want. That was the way they didn't want people to know we brought prisoners in, I guess. I don't know. Okay. They didn't tell us other than that.
Okay. So what did you do as a radioman? Like, what was your besides when you were a radioman, besides like running sonar, what were your other duties?
All we did was handle a radar and a radio and a thing called sonic buoys, and we dropped buoys in the water that would send a radio signal up to us, and we could track the submarine underwater.
Okay.
But they're doing that now much more complex than we did, because we were at the very beginning of it.
So is that where you remained for the entire war? Were you patrolling the Atlantic for the entire war?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, then for some reason I got accepted in the flights training, so I went over to flight school, and then the war ended.
Oh.
And they said, you can go to get your wings and be a pilot, or get out on points. And I said, I'm getting out, so I got out.
So what did you do after you got out?
I went to college, GI and got a degree in engineering.
Okay.
And then I was staying in reserve, and I was called back in Korea.
In Korea?
That's when I went down to Guantanamo Bay.
Okay. And what was your job at Guantanamo Bay?
I was taking care of the base. I was in the Civil Engineer Corps, which is the Seabees, and we maintained the base, the road.